Hey guys, welcome back to Two Brothers Gaming. This is episode 6 already, and I'm here with Rylan.
How's it going, everyone?
We got a few different topics. They're not all Tears of the Kingdom this time.
A
But
few of them are,
a
but
few of them are, but that's the hot game right now, so everybody's talking about it. So the first topic, though, is Mario games are coming to the Game Boy Advance on the Nintendo Switch Online subscription.
yeah. So it says the Game Boy Advance library of Nintendo Switch Plus expansion pack is getting a Mario infused shot in the arm with 3 additional Mario games. Okay, so on May 26th, tomorrow, May 26th, tomorrow, Super Mario Advance, Super Mario World, and Super Mario Advance 2 and Yoshi's Island, it says. So it's really all I have for that.
Yep. So those are some really good games. Super Mario Advance, Super Mario World. My favorite game on the Game Boy Advance. It's just Super Mario World from the SNES, made for the Game Boy, and it was definitely the game I put the most time into on the Game Boy Advance. So Super Mario Advance is just the second Super Mario Brothers on the NES, and then Super Mario Advance 2, Super Mario World is Super Mario World from the SNES, and then Super Mario Advance 3 is Yoshi's Island from the SNES, which is the sequel to Super Mario World. So all good games. I played a lot of Yoshi's Island as well. Carter, that's actually his favorite game on the Game Boy Advance is Yoshi's Island. But yeah,
really?
3 great games coming to the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack if you have the subscription. So if you don't have the subscription, it's definitely worth getting the subscription at this point. They've put a lot of content, a lot of free games. Well, not free because you got to pay for this subscription, but included games, a lot of included games with the subscriptions. It's definitely worth the money to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you're part of our family. On the family subscription thing. So you,
Switch.
Yeah. So you have it.
Oh, okay. So it's coming out tomorrow, right? So
Yep.
that's what it says.
Yep. Time of recording tomorrow. Yep. All right. So apparently Amazon has leaked the Mortal Kombat 1 DLC characters.
Yeah, I've seen that. Well, it says it's going to include 6 playable characters, 3 guest characters, and 5 cameo characters. If Mortal Kombat 1 isn't it like called Mortal Kombat 1 or whatever?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 1, but it's the 12th one.
Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat 12, but I guess they just restarted back at 1.
They said it's not like a remake, but they're just kind of rebooting the series, basically. Is what they're saying.
They're just restarting it.
Yeah, basically starting from square one, I guess. But it's basically more of the same.
Instead of follows a similar pattern to the last Mortal Kombat. But the Combat Pack 1 DLC character list is Quan Chi. That was that sorcerer guy, whatever, the Kratos looking guy.
Yeah.
You know? Omni-Man, that's actually a show, Invincible or whatever.
Yeah.
That guy's off of a show.
Okay.
Ermac, he was in Mortal Kombat 10. And I'm pretty sure he's been in Mortal Kombat for a long time. I think since it came out, actually. Peacemaker, I have no idea who that is. Takeda, he was in Mortal Kombat 10. He got introduced in Mortal Kombat 10 XL.
Okay.
Homelander, Tremor, Johnny Cage. Of course, you know Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Chameleon or something like that. Or Chameleon or something like that.
Probably Chameleon.
Yeah. Mavito and Farah. In total, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 characters.
Yeah. That's pretty nice.
And some of them I recognize, some of them I don't.
Right. And I haven't been big into Mortal Kombat since. I mean, I played a little bit of 10. Colin had it. I didn't own it. I didn't play any of 11.
I remember when Colin had it and stuff.
The last one I
a few
played
matches and stuff
a lot of was Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe on the 360. I had it for the 360.
I remember me and you used to play that quite a bit.
Yeah, that's the last one I put a lot of time into. And I've never really done the campaign or the story mode. I've always just done arcade and just fought, you know. I mean, I have played some of the story, but I've never beat a Mortal Kombat game. But these characters, I've heard of some of them, like you said, Peacemaker. I don't know who that is, but I do know it is a really good gun that you got from DLC on Black Ops 2.
I remember that. Also, Homelander, he's a part of a show.
Oh, okay.
I think it's called The Boys or something like that. He's like a Superman. He's basically Superman. He's invincible. He can't fly though, I'm pretty sure. But he's like invincible. He has laser eyes.
Cool.
A rip-off Superman.
Yeah, the generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the Peacemaker though. I like that gun on Black Ops 2. It was a good gun. You got it only for one of the DLC packs, the map pack.
Yeah, I remember that.
Definitely good.
I had like all the maps on Black Ops 2.
But
I made the main map I played was Town.
Town was the best.
Oh,
for zombies.
Was so good.
There was a lot of good multiplayer maps too.
Yeah. Especially like what was that? Well, the Nuketown, obviously.
Yeah, Nuketown 2025 on Black Ops 2.
It's kind of crazy. In 2 years, it'll be 2025, which takes place.
Right. We're definitely not that far advanced technologically yet.
No,
that like they thought we would be.
That's still crazy to think about.
I know it is. The Nuketown Zombies was part of the map packs on there. I love Nuketown Zombies on Black Ops 2.
I bought that. Our mom watched me buy that, and she just like didn't care.
Oh, he didn't even ask. You just bought it.
Yeah, I just bought it.
Nice.
I was like 7 or something like that whenever I did it.
Nice.
I was like, I'm just gonna, and I bought 2 avatar. You know how there's like avatars on 360.
Yeah.
And stuff you can buy like skins. I just bought 2 of those too.
Nice.
I bought a whole bunch of stuff with our mom's credit card on my iPad and crap and everything without her knowing.
Probably should have took it off, but
she didn't. And the iPad I spent a whole bunch of money on just got stolen.
Yeah, that happens.
That sucked. I spent so much money on that game on that iPad.
Yeah. All right, moving on to Tears of the Kingdom sales.
Yeah. Okay, so it says, well, the first 3 days of Tears of the Kingdom coming out, it has already sold 10 million copies globally, 4 million of them being in the United States.
Yep.
It is making it the fastest selling game for the Nintendo Switch, and I'm pretty sure it's the fastest selling game like for Nintendo in general, or close to it.
So when Nintendo announced it, they didn't say that it was for the fastest selling for them, even though I believe it is. They said it's the fastest selling in the Zelda series, which I do believe it is the fastest selling for them.
Yeah, because I've never seen a game really do that good.
I've never seen a game sell this fast on one console. Like some other game, I believe it's 2 other games have Cyberpunk 2077 and GTA 5, but those both sold on multiple consoles.
Yeah,
this has just sold on one, which is the Switch. So that's pretty crazy to think about. But yeah, this is from Nintendo themselves on Twitter. It says Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has sold over 10 million copies worldwide in its first 3 days, becoming the fastest selling game in the history of the Legend of Zelda series. But I believe, like I said, I believe it's the fastest in Nintendo history in general. But it
Yeah.
also says that Tears of the Kingdom is only the 6th game in 30 years to get both a Famitsu 40 ranking and an Edge 10 ranking. It says the award scores Tears of the Kingdom makes it the 6th game to achieve this feature and the 4th Zelda game to do so. And here's all of the games, all 6 that have done this in 30 years. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Bayonetta, the first one, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, GTA 5, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. So 1, 2, 3, 4 Zelda games. That says a lot.
4 out of 6 of those
are Zelda games. That says a lot for Nintendo and the Zelda series. How good they are and how consistent they are.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
Like Nintendo just constantly just makes the Zelda games better.
They make them better and they just consistently put good content and fresh ideas into them, fresh puzzles that we've never seen before. Like Tears of the Kingdom, I played a ton of Zelda games. I played almost every single Zelda game ever made. And these puzzles I still have to think about because they're new. Like they're not reusing puzzles over and over and over and over again. I mean, sometimes they're reused, but not very often. Most of the time it's just a fresh puzzle. Like it's crazy how much imagination and creativity goes into these games.
Yeah, because they actually try on their games, unlike some other company. Like Call of Duty, they kind of quit trying on their games.
Like,
it's
just like 2K every year. Call of Duty and 2K, it's like copy and paste every single year. Same game. Pretty much.
Just like new cosmetics. I don't care about the cosmetics.
No.
I want like the game to be good.
Right. Like people say, all Tears of the Kingdom looks just like Breath of the Wild, but it's completely different. The story is, you go more in depth with the story. Breath of the Wild was, they were just trying to get you into the world. Like it's the first open world Zelda. They're just trying to get you into the world, but Tears of the Kingdom, you've already seen the world. And even though the world's different, they want you to get into the story as well as explore the world. And it's just, the story is so much more in depth and better in Tears of the Kingdom. It's not the same game. It is completely different. It's, I think it's better than Breath of the Wild in my opinion.
Because you have like the sky islands and stuff, then you have the main surface itself.
Right.
They just put so much detail into this new game. And the story is completely different. How Link like lost his arm, parts, all that.
You have a prosthetic arm. How cool is that?
That's cool. And it's like the Sheikah thing.
Yeah. Too. Like the Sheikah slate or whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's the Pura pad, but it looks like a Switch. But
it's just cool that how much detail and stuff they've put into the new Zelda game and everything.
Yep. And
because it's just a sequel.
Exactly, it's a sequel, but it's better. Not very many sequels are better than their predecessors, but I think Tears of the Kingdom is.
Yeah. I mean, the only other sequel that I think is better is like how Black Ops 1 compared to Black Ops 2.
Right, Black Ops 2 is better than Black Ops 1. Yep.
Yeah. And Black Ops 1 is an amazing game.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's really good, but Black Ops 2 is just that much better.
Yeah. With, transit and all that.
Right. Well, and Modern Warfare 3, I like it better than the first two Modern Warfares. So that's a sequel that's better, I guess. But
yeah, it's Spec Ops and all that.
I mean, some people may prefer the other two, but for me, I believe Modern Warfare 3 is the best Modern Warfare.
Oh, yeah. 2 is like the only one that can really compare the Modern Warfare 3, I feel like.
Yeah, because Modern Warfare 1, I mean, it was the fourth Call of Duty, so it didn't have a ton of content. I mean, I believe it was the first one with online multiplayer, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they was just starting out pretty much. They didn't know exactly what they were doing. I mean, it was still fun, but it wasn't a ton of content like you expect now.
Yeah.
All right. Tears of the Kingdom was apparently done back in March 2022 when the series producer E.G. Alanuma announced the delay until May this year. But it was apparently already done when he announced the delay.
Yeah, so I see Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was delayed by over a year after it was mostly completed. And the reason they didn't release it last year is because Nintendo wanted to make sure everything was 100% complete to our standards, like
Right.
the way we would like and stuff. So there weren't gonna be no glitches and all that. They wanted the game to be perfect, basically.
Right.
Because
And
they checked.
good.
They checked for like every glitch spot and all that and everything. They just made sure the game was 100%, basically.
Right. No game breaking glitches, like, because where you can take your abilities like Ultra Hand and just build and do whatever you want. They wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to completely crash the game and break the game. They wanted to make sure it was 100% working order before they released it. And that says a lot about Nintendo. We've said this before, that they
care
about their games and their fans. Like a lot of companies now, like Pokemon, other ones, they just don't. They just want to get that game out, get it released. They'll worry about the bugs later. They want that money, and then they'll get the bugs later. Nintendo doesn't. They know their money's coming, and they know that their fans are going to receive it better if they release a finished, polished product. Like, I mean, example here. They delayed it by over a year, and the game was pretty much done. Nintendo could have got their money a year ago. They waited over a year to get this 10 million copies sold in 3 days, just so their fans would make sure that it was perfect for them. And that says a lot about them.
Yeah. See, that's how you know Nintendo actually cares about the community and stuff as a whole. Like, I don't think there's not a single really bad Nintendo game that's like that glitchy or anything.
No, I mean, yeah, Pokemon's by Nintendo, but it's not their choice. It's by Game Freak. Nintendo doesn't have complete control over Pokemon. Game Freak, it's in thirds. It's by Creature, Nintendo, and Game Freak. So they're only a third of the company that has a say-so with the Pokemon.
They can't fully control that,
right?
Like they can like Legend of Zelda and Mario,
right? Exactly. So they have complete control over Zelda, and just it says a lot about Nintendo waiting a year to get their money. I mean, of course, Nintendo cares about money, but they also care. Obviously, they care more about how their fans appreciate their games and play their games. They know they're going to make money, so they can take that time. They can wait over a year to get that money because they know it's coming. And it has. I mean, 10 million in 3 days. It's definitely benefited them waiting that year to make sure it was complete.
Yeah,
perfect.
Crazy. It's insane.
All right, our last topic. What is your favorite gaming accessory?
See, I had to really think about this one, but at the same time, I kind of didn't, because I have a whole bunch of things just right here in my field of view, like my monitors, all that,
right?
Keyboard, mouse, microphone. But it's probably like my PC and my consoles, because without them, I wouldn't be gaming.
Right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Because without the 360 and stuff, without any of these consoles, I wouldn't be able to play video games, or anything like that. So yeah, the consoles.
So is there anything that you have to have when you're gaming, like a certain type of controller? Can you play with any type of controller, or?
Well, really, I can play with any type, like PS5 controller, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360. It doesn't really matter the type of controller, because I've used every controller you could possibly name. I've used it. Besides like a SCUF controller, I've never used one of those.
I haven't either.
But any controller I've probably used. So it doesn't really matter to me, as long as I can play good and don't really have any problems.
Okay.
It doesn't matter controller or headset or anything.
So for me, it depends what console, like if it's Xbox, or I don't really play PlayStation, but if I did, it wouldn't really matter, because I can play with their controllers. I mean, I prefer an Xbox controller over a PlayStation controller, just more comfortable to me. But I can play PlayStation controller. I grew up playing PS2 and PS1, so I can use their controllers. But for Switch, especially, if I'm playing docked, I have to have a Pro controller. I don't like the Joy-Cons in that grip. I can use it, but my favorite is the Pro controller. Like, it's just hands down the second best controller I've ever held in my hand. First being the GameCube controller.
Yeah. I really like the Pro controller.
It's nice. It's really comfortable.
See, like using this with the Joy-Cons, it's not really that comfortable.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah. I mean, I can use it if I have to, but I prefer just give me a Pro controller. Now, if it's in handheld mode, I can just play with the Switch how it is.
Yeah.
Like, I can play like this, but I prefer a grip. Like, I have a Satisfy grip, have two of them actually. This slides down into it and gives you handles like a controller on the edge over here.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So, like, it puts your thumbs in the perfect place. So, yeah, I prefer to have, if I'm playing in handheld, I prefer to have that grip. I don't have to have it, like I said, like, I don't have to have the Pro controller, but favorite game accessories is definitely a Pro controller and definitely Pro controller for docked, a grip for handheld.
Yeah. I also, actually, for my Joy-Cons, I have two different grips. These are different. I got this one for Easter, actually.
Nice.
This one has a better back to it. It's like an actual controller instead of like that skinny.
Yeah, the grips on the other one
to use.
The grips on the other one, they're like, they don't fit in your hand real well, like the stock one.
Yeah, see, hold on. See, look, see how skinny it is?
Yeah,
look at the difference.
Yeah, that would definitely be better.
This one's like a 360 controller.
Okay.
It's like a PlayStation controller. It actually fits into your hand and stuff.
Yeah, it'd definitely be better. Definitely. Yeah, that's it for this episode. That's all of our topics. So make sure to, if you want to listen to our episodes live, it's always in the description of every episode. Listen to us live on Kick, on YouTube. And make sure to follow and subscribe to mine and Ryland's personal Twitch channels, YouTube channels, Kick channels. We stream all the time. I've been streaming Tears of the Kingdom. Ryland streams Valorant and other games as well. And he's wanting to start streaming Tears of the Kingdom whenever he gets it. But
start playing Switch games and stuff.
Right. Yeah. So just whenever. It's always in the description, like I said. And we appreciate you guys for listening or watching, whichever way you listen to us. So, you have anything?
Yeah. No, like Ashton said, just follow all of our socials, our personal socials and stuff. Follow our Instagram. We're almost at 60 followers.
Yep.
And we haven't even posted a single episode.
Yeah, that's great.
That's on YouTube yet.
That's really good.
Which is in 11 days. Well, it'll be on YouTube and stuff. But 11 days. Until we post everything on like the podcast and all that.
Right. So actually the time of recording, the only way to listen to our episodes is live. So
yeah,
just a little perk for you early birds that listen to us live.
Yeah, but I really don't have anything to say. Just subscribe to our YouTube, follow our Instagram, Kick and all that. And that's all I have to say.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening and we'll catch you next week.